Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Ongo closing Dharma combat and ancestor recognition. And today we won't be doing Sunday liturgy as normal. We will start with Zazen. I'll announce that in a minute after the processional, and then we'll move right into Dharma combat. And we'll have more announcements about Dharma combat when we get there, but please note that Dharma combat is live streaming. So if you choose to enter the line, it'll be on the Facebook as normal. We will not be doing liturgy as normal, but we will be doing Zazen here in a minute. cushion to face the teachers up front altar. Now we're going to move into Dharma combat. Please sit as you are now, facing the altar. Again, please note that it's being streamed, so any interactions you have will be on our stream. When you get in the line, please bring your own zafu. And if it's okay on your knees and your ankles, if you sit in seiza on kneeling like how I'm sitting now, that's the easiest way to move forward. If that's not possible for you, that's fine. If you'd like a chair brought to you or you need any physical help, just raise your hand and an usher will come bring you a chair and will help you. And today's Dharma combat is going to be shorter so we can move into the ancestor ceremony. So right at 30 minutes, Shokai is going to get in line. And once she's got in line, no more entrance to the line, please. So if you want to interact, jump right up there and get there. No running, but well-intentioned, directional jump in the line. And you don't have to know what you're doing, although Doan will give us some more instruction here.
Great, you don't know what you're doing. Come forward. So, do we do the Gaza on opening the sutra?
Yes.
Oh. Let it begin.
Gata on opening the sutra. The Dharma incomparably profound and infinitely subtle is rarely encountered even in millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, receive and maintain it. May we completely realize the Tathagata's true being.
So, good afternoon, everyone. It seems a little loud to me. Is that too loud? No, it's okay. We are at the end of Ango. Hard to believe it's gone by so fast. And remember that Ango actually translates as peaceful dwelling. And of course, during this Ango, we've seen anything but peaceful dwelling in the world. And nevertheless, because we have the great fortune to be, at least at this time, for this time, living in a place of peace, we are able to practice peace for those who are not in peace. Okay? The topic of the Ango was Prajna Samadhi. Early on, when I first gave the presentation of the topic, we kind of gave some words to reflect on. And the words were for prajna, clear, luminous, aware. So that's our mind, our natural mind, clear, luminous, aware. And then samadhi is calm, warm-hearted, abiding. So this anga, we've been practicing this calm, warm-hearted abiding. And we'll read a bit from Hongji, and then we'll begin the Dharma combat. The ground the sages cannot transmit. This is very important. The ground, samadhi is the ground of our practice, that the sages, like all the teachers you ever knew, cannot transmit. Well, what are the teachers doing up here? Right? Cast off completely your head and skin. Thoroughly withdraw from distinctions of light and shadow. Where the 10,000 changes do not reach is the foundation that even 1,000 sages cannot transmit. Simply be yourself, illuminate, and deeply experience it with intimate accord, just as you are. The original light flashes through confusion. True illumination reflects into the distance, past, present, and future. Deliberations about being and non-being are entirely abandoned. The wonder appears before you, its benefit transferred out for kalpas in all directions. So, how has your understanding of samadhi deepened during the Ango? Perhaps you can share an experience of your practice during the Ango that really kind of illuminated for you what samadhi is. And then if you still have some questions brewing in your mind and in your heart, let's bring them forth and let's work to resolve them together. So that is your charge. You can bring forth how your practice has deepened of samadhi over the Ango. You can share an experience of that. And also bring forth your questions about what is samadhi? Am I doing it right? And we will begin. Okay. Got this? Okay, good. Counting on you. So just a word about this. This is completely live. There's nothing scripted about what's happening right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen right now. So, yeah, a little bit on the edge of things, right? How is this going to go exactly? We have no idea.
And there are a few ground rules. What happens at Dharma combat stays at Dharma combat, except for the live stream and the recording. And significantly, when the teacher says, may your life go well, that is the same thing as a Doksan bell ringing. And until that Doksan bell rings, until the teacher says, may your life go well, the exchange is still happening. When you've received the teaching, you say, thank you for your teachings, and we move on. All right, let's go. Begin.
My name is Kaishin. One of the things that stuck with me from the opening comments is the term luminous.
Mhm.
I've been in a fall where there are things that feel like contracted and covered and dark and messy. How can a thing not be luminous?
Contracted, dark, messy. What's the difference? Is that not the luminosity? How can that be separate from your Buddhahood?
Only if I make it separate.
Yeah, may your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Satcho, and every snowflake lands exactly where it does, radiant and dignified, without any external source.
How about the clouds?
Oh no, it's gonna rain!
If it's 36 degrees or under?
I'm fine.
What about when the sun comes out?
Oh God. Where did this come from?
I don't see anybody melting. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teachings.
My name is Gokyo, and I have been the recipient of peaceful abiding and warm-hearted spaciousness. And I have seen the healing that can take place for other people when you're present, open-hearted, connected. But still, I hurt people, and other people hurt people. Why?
The empty hands of hurt are not separate from the luminosity. We are human Buddhists working through the karma that we're working through. And this is where we have to be really, really compassionate with each other and really understanding. And the key that unlocks the door is really knowing for ourselves directly that that hurt is empty.
Trusting that is hard.
It is hard, isn't it? Yes, also trusting your vow, trusting your bodhisattva heart that you have combusted your life for the sake of all beings, to bring all beings to full and complete Buddhahood. And you're human, you're going to stumble around. The vow is what's most important. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Koju. I previously understood samadhi as just concentration, a development of concentration. And now I feel that calm, warm-hearted abiding. More than anything, I want to share that with the world. And when I see what's happening recently in Israel and Gaza, I do not understand how to compute how we do this to ourselves.
We're human. War is part of the human condition.
I just want to say no to that.
You can say no all you want, but this is the human realm. And how do you share your calm, warm-hearted abiding?
Smile the next person I see.
Yeah, I don't really like that. It's extra.
Myself.
Yeah, that's a little extra too. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Bujo. Calm, warm-hearted, abiding.
Yes.
I grok this, but sometimes I've learned that the exact words that I hear don't really click. And so the words that click with me are fundamental okayness.
All right. That's fundamentally okay to use that.
Yes. So until recently, I've gone through life just hyper analyzing and picking out what's not okay with me, and I'm a walking disaster, and that can all be true within this fundamental okayness, and that's the space I'm in right now. And what comes with that is a freedom to really move through the world and be myself and be fundamentally okay. And
Fundamental okayness shall practice calm, warm-hearted abiding. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Kosho.
What's happening in there?
I'm wondering how much samadhi do I need? So, I mean, sometimes when I'm sitting,
Mm-hmm.
I feel in the zone, and sometimes not in the churn, as Roshi likes to say.
Mm-hmm.
What's the right balance? It's just a pinch, a cup. all the time, all the time, samadhi. Is that the goal?
For those of you who don't know, Kosho is our cook. and a very good cook at that. So if you're ever thinking about coming to Sesshin and you're wondering, should I come or not? Definitely come. Come for the food.
The food alone is worth the price of admission, right?
It is. So,
A cup, a quart, 50, 50, 50.
can you
What's the
measure
formula?
calm? Can calm be measured? May your life go well.
Thank you
Not
for
yes.
My name is Konryu, and yesterday I forgot my Roxu, and I got a loaner. And yesterday I tried to practice as this person, and it was the best session I've ever had. I felt closer to the community. I could bring my focus back to my center faster than ever and better than ever. And I want to return it to you because I don't want it. I would rather be me, even if I'm doing it wrong, but at least I'm doing a little better.
So who is this person?
On that Roxu,
Who is this person?
that Roxu is the temple's Roxu.
May your life go well. Practice who this person is. I give you back the person. You're welcome.
My name is Ankin, and this is scary. Okay.
It's scary for me too because I have no idea what's going to happen.
A Sangha member came to me with a burning question. How do I tell them the right answer?
What was the question?
Oh, it was a tough personal question.
Oh. I have no idea how to answer a question that doesn't exist. May your life go well.
My name is Eka, and my question is, how do you fully embrace prajna when you've been served a shit sandwich that you have to eat?
Oh my God, this is so interesting. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching. My name is Suise. Do you want to say something immediately? During the Sango, the war has been looming large for me, scaring me, horrifying me about what's going on, and trying to find how to give the best I have to give. In the midst of that, I found myself completely paralyzed because I felt that anything I would do would be useless. And after the October session, after we spent the weekend in deep samadhi, I went home and sat again, and I felt that I would do the practice of the earth, let the earth accepting everything, no matter what, without disgust, without pushing it away. And after I did that, I also felt unstuck. I felt like, in addition to being that, I could also act, and it might matter. Was that? It's a little extra. And yet, what we do matters too. And it came from that place of not rejecting anything, taking action to try to change the world. How do those two not interfere with each other?
Suisse, you've done a beautiful job.
Thank you.
May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Aisho. I'm wondering, how do I change a bad habit and make it stick?
What's your bad habit?
Laziness.
How do you know when you're being lazy?
When I'm on my couch,
What happens on your couch?
a lot of thinking,
What do you think about?
disasters,
What kind of disasters?
personal ones.
Like what?
Like, why am I so lazy?
Honestly, in this grand scheme of things, that's the worst disaster I've ever heard. I want you to dedicate the merit of the worst disaster that you are to all beings throughout space and time. May they come to full and complete Buddhahood because of your total disastrousness. May it be so.
May it be so. Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Issei. I really need to know for sure. Just as I am. Are you sure?
May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Yucho, And in yesterday's Tay show, Reverend Rinsen spoke about right samadhi as one of the 8 wheels of the Dharma and compared it in importance to any other of those spokes, like right livelihood or right view. And the idea of right suggests something that's wrong. So, what would wrong, clear, warm hearted abiding look like?
That is like the most ridiculous question I've ever heard. May your life go well.
My name is Ryushi. This calm, peaceful abiding, I think I've touched it, and I think it's touched me. And my understanding is that this is available to us at all times, no matter the human condition. And I think my vow is to realize that. And that feels so unattainable sometimes, especially in the midst of the sticky things or the angry things or the war or the whatever it is. And then there's the layer of like clear, luminous mind that I also am like, how do you access that in the midst of those things?
The Buddha way is unattainable. I vow to attain it. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Suju.
What does that mean?
Noble tenderness.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's a good one.
Apparently, part of this thing of putting on a gray robe is stepping away from really easy things like sitting in the AV room and coming out here and sitting in a hot seat instead. I don't understand why something so amazing as being able to connect with our teachers should generate so much fear.
You don't need to understand it. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
I've had a hell of a last couple months. Lots of health issues with my wife, and nothing I've realized but diving into my practice has helped me show up for her. Nothing. I try to just sit on the couch and be lazy and get away from it when I can, when she's fine. But nothing but showing up for more practice has, I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got.
Yeah. We are all so very, very, very lucky. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Kojo. I'm struggling with the idea or the distinction between calm, or where to draw the line between calm and warm-hearted and complacent.
Can you make a picture of that? Make your life go well.
Yes.
My name is Connie. I spend so much time running away from this calm, warm-hearted, very much abiding. So I don't really have a plan for this, but I'm so happy to be here.
So you are doing calm, warm-hearted abiding like 110,000% Connie way.
Yeah.
And I have seen you grow and just get more and more comfortable with yourself and in love with yourself and in love with other people and sharing yourself. And I'm so proud of you. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
Yeah.
My name is Kinjo. My concentration lately to be more calm and warm-hearted and abiding, luminous for myself and showing up authentically has been paying attention to my intuitive, physical, mental, just really trying to tap into that initial.
This has nothing to do with that.
How do I know when the voice is authentic, warm, clear, luminous?
You won't know. This has nothing to do with your voice. This has nothing to do with you parsing out, oh, I'm going to use my body here to do this. I'm going to use my mind here to go there. No. Sit as calm, warm-hearted, abiding. You have absolutely no idea how to do it. And you sit as calm, warm-hearted, abiding. May your life go well.
Thank you for your teaching.
My name is Shokai. At the beginning of Ango, you said just follow the instructions. And then you end it with Hangji and those beautiful, poetic, luminous instructions. And then this morning you mentioned, cultivating that field that can't be cultivated. So my question is, do you ever feel that the instructions get in the way? And if you do, what do you do then?
The instructions are empty. The absolute and relative work together. Nothing obstructs anything at all. Right? How can something obstruct something? Using all the ingredients of my life, I awaken. Maybe so. Thank you for your teaching. C'est fini? A little bit more? Well, thank you to my guardian. Thank you to my Jisha. And thank you to my teacher. And thank you to all of you.
We'll conclude with the sung version of the Bodhisattva vows on page 8. I vow to wake all beings of the world. I vow to stand as high as you rise. I vow to conquer every someday. I vow to live the great Buddha way. I vow to make all beings of the world. I vow to stand as high as you rise. I vow to conquer every someday. I vow to make the great Buddha way. I vow to wake all beings of the world. I vow to stand as high as you rise. I vow to conquer every wisdom gate. I vow to live the great Buddha way.
So before we engage in the recessional, may I have your attention for just a moment? We're going to do, for the first time in this community, a ceremony that shall henceforth, at least I expect, it will be a regular feature of Ango Close. For those who may not know, at Ango opening, we have a ceremonial hike around the temple grounds, ideally led by the new Shuso, if we're fortunate enough to have a practitioner developed to that level. And then we convene at the Abbey and share tea together. It's quite festive. Ango is thus begun. Ango unfolds and concludes with the Dharma combat. And then, henceforth, what happens is that the recessional will not just be the officiants and the Shuso and so on, but actually all of us will recede together. And I'll ask that it goes, we'll do our normal bows and then do the recessional, and then the inner rows, the middle rows, and so on will follow back. And the process is one of, it is an Ango Close ancestor recognition ceremony. Okay, so we're going to be recognizing and honoring the ancestors. So what we do is we'll process back, and there's a lot of us, so this will happen as it needs to. We'll go in the back to the ancestor, the Buddha Ancestor Hall. There you shall see assembled an altar in front of the lineage wall. The expectation is you take a stick of incense and you light it. You have a moment of recognizing the ancestors, and I will bring your attention to the fact that we have the lineage ancestors, and we also have plaques that do denote those in our community who have passed away. And as time goes on, that shall populate more and more. And so we have just a moment to acknowledge our deceased. We then do the practice of circumambulation of the temple grounds. And I'd ask you to go outside the west door, stay on the sidewalk, which will bring you around to the porch, all the way around here, and we'll go around the building in that fashion 3 times. Now, when we get here, each time you come around, you'll notice that the haku, powdered incense box, and the brass holder will be there with the medium bell. In time, that is the temple cemetery grounds. When it's fully established, the procession will go into that grounds and acknowledge the deceased, the stupa, and so on, and then continue. Right now, what you'll do is when you come to that moment, turn, face the ground where the cemetery shall be, take a pinch of powdered incense and offer it, and then just keep going. Does that make sense? So I go once, offer some incense, twice, offer the powdered incense again. The 3rd time around, when you get there, you'll take the stick of incense that you've been coming around with, and offer that into the brass bowl. Ring the bell again, and that'll be the final time there. Then you return back to the Buddha Ancestor Hall, and the large bell will be there placed for you. You ring it twice, okay? The first is to send out a call to the ancestors. The second is to receive from the ancestors. That's the same with the medium bell here and the large bell in the back. Now about the tone and tenor of this. This is not just a complete joyful noise that we make. This is walking with the ancestors. So I really encourage you, as you circumambulate in the traditional manner of a pilgrim, in the pilgrimages that we do, really have with you those who have passed on that you feel. Let them walk with you. Let yourself walk for them and with them and as them. And as we come around to this, you want to keep your mind as much as possible directed that the merit of this Ango and its wondrous practice is thusly dedicated to those who have passed on, those who will. When that's concluded, and everyone can do this at your own pace, if you are not able-bodied enough to do this comfortably, you can amend in any way that works for you, and that's completely fine to do. At the third time around, you go back, ring the large bell, and then we can move gently into lunch, the more celebratory tone, and so on. There are some instruments back there in the box. You're free to take one and kind of use it as you do the circumambulation. But it's more in the sense of calling in the ancestors and welcoming the ancestors than just a celebratory firecracker. Does that make sense to everybody? Is there anything I've left out that needs to be addressed? Aiko has volunteered she will be doing a live stream from her perspective of this ceremony. That will be live streamed to the members only page. So if you're participating at a distance, you'll be able to go there and view the experience from that perspective as well. Bases covered? All right, everybody, let's have our recessional. Go on, well done.